Friday, January 22nd, 2021, and you're watching Vox News Today.
Good afternoon and welcome back. I'm Jay Standridge.
And I'm Serena Shelton.
Mark your calendars. On February 11th, you'll be able to see Venus and Jupiter, the brightest planets in the sky, so close together that you can see both of them through one telescope. Scout out the southeast horizon and to see them. The best time would be about 20 to 30 minutes before sunrise.
Wind damage has caused Yosemite National Park to be out of commission until at least Tuesday, after a windstorm moved through the states earlier this week, leaving thousands of Californians without power. It knocked down trees and caused $1 million of damage to the park. Although some damage has been done, no injuries have been reported in the park.
Tennessee Department of Health has confirmed that there is now 2 cases of more contagious strain of COVID-19. This is out of the 7 total specimens sent out to the CDC. Dr. William Schnafer said that the variant strain has to be specifically tested beyond the regular nasal swab used for COVID-19 testing.
Around 7:30 a.m. Sunday morning on Bellata Drive, first responders responded to a large house fire in Ooltewah, Tennessee. There are no injuries reported at this time.
Memphis native Justin Timberlake returns to perform for Joe Biden's inauguration TV special on January 20th, 2021. Timberlake performs Better Days with Ant Clemens inside of Stax Records in Memphis. Soulsville Foundation says, quote, the fact that Stax Museum and the Stax Music Academy were chosen by Justin Timberlake, Ant Clemens, and the Presidential Inauguration Committee to represent Memphis, Tennessee in the 2021 presidential inauguration speaks only volumes about the power, magic, and timeliness of the soul music, but also casts a bright light on what we've been doing here at the foundation for more than 20 years, end quote.
An Atlanta teenager has been arrested on charges that he took nearly $1 million over a 2-week period. 19-year-old Trey Brown was arrested on January 19th by Gwinnett County Police with charges of felony theft. The bail was set at $11,200 and Brown got released later that day. Police say Brown used the money to buy 2 cars, clothes, guns, and shoes.
Hamilton County is 1 week into their new appointment system for the COVID-19 vaccine. The first appointments will open up Friday, and Becky Barnes says that Thursday, all 2,900 doses were filled in a matter of hours. The second dose of appointments are open via phone or online. You can check the availability of the appointment at health.hamilton.org.
The National Transportation Safety Board has released its preliminary reports on the deadly Meigs County school bus crash last October. That Tuesday afternoon, Meigs County school bus was carrying 22 K-12 students home. Investigators say a service vehicle drifted into a ditch. As the driver reported he looked into the mirror, there is still an ongoing investigation.
Due to COVID-19, the 2020 Olympics were postponed to July of this year, but as we come closer to the rescheduled date, many people are beginning to doubt the chance of actually getting the sporting event anytime soon. Many executives think that the vaccine will hopefully give hope that the Olympics scheduled in Tokyo will live to see the light of day, but not until when we originally thought to. Here's Ben Nudash with your weather report.
I'll have your weather and more right after this break.
One thing to love about the Tennessee Valley is Bradley Central Show Choir, Vocal Motion. The other thing to love is the local Geico office on Lee Highway.
You can save a lot. Oh, you can save a lot. Oh, you can save a lot. But how do you know? Unless you call 894-2600.
Got a car? Got a boat? Got a home?
Get a quote.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Benjamin Charles Dudash. There was a lot of fog this morning, so let's take a look at your weather forecast to see if that just goes away soon. So far today, there's fog with a high of 54 and a low of 29. But soon, during like the PM standard times, all of that's going to go away with nice sunny skies. Now let's take a look at our 7-day weather forecast. Saturday is going to be a beautiful sunny day with a high of 50 and a low of 33. Sunday there's going to be some showers during the PM standard time with a high of 52 and a low of 45. Monday, those PM showers are going to turn into thunderstorms with a high of 65 and a low of 49. Tuesday, those thunderstorms should be dying down for a little while, turning into partly cloudy skies with a high of 58 and a low of 38. Wednesday, those PM showers are coming back from Sunday with a high of 58 and a low of 40. Thursday, partly cloudy again, like on Tuesday, with a high of 74, with a high of 47 and a low of 31. Now let's take a look at our local radar. We're all in the clear today, but for now there's a lot of fog, so drive safely and carefully. Now let's take a look at our national radar. There's some storms near the southeast area and snow up in the north and northeast area as well. California, there's some scattered showers near San Francisco, nothing in San Diego. Dallas is getting hit a little bit along with Houston as well. That's all for weather. I'll send it over to Knox with your sports.
Now, I know all of you are very excited to hear about the rivalry game that happened last night, but let's take a commercial break real quick.
In 1933, Ray Jackson founded Jackson Furniture in the midst of the Great Depression. We opened our doors the day the banks closed theirs. Since then, we have continued to create furniture right here in the USA. We have seen decades of American prosperity, challenge, war, and mind-blowing advancements in science and technology. We have never forgotten the way our company and country began, with perseverance, hope, and hard work. Throughout all of those decades of change, one thing remains consistent. Families love to relax together in a room filled with comfortable furniture. That is where we have been and will always be. From being huddled around a radio to being kicked back in front of a giant flat screen.
Alrighty, and welcome back. Before we get to that rivalry game, why don't we look at some scores that happened last night? Alrighty, the Lakers beat the Bucks 113-106. The Jazz beat the Pelicans 129-118. The Knicks beat the Warriors 119-104. Now let's move on to some college. Indiana beat Iowa 81-69, and UCLA beat California 61-57. Alrighty, this is what you all have been waiting for here, the Cleveland versus Bradley game. Sadly, our boys lost to the Blue Raiders 73-54, but the Bearettes shined through, beating the Lady Raiders 43-37. Now, Mason Rothwell had the leading score for the boys' game with 16 points, but on the girls' side, there was a three-way tie between Carsey Weber, Kelsey Carmen, and Anna Mahonen, all scoring 9 points each. That's all for sports today. We'll have more news after this break.
Alexa, ask Whirlpool. Hey Google, ask Whirlpool. Ask Whirlpool, ask Whirlpool.
Care can be a handful. That's why our Whirlpool Smart Range helps you care smarter with voice control.
Hey Google, ask Whirlpool to turn off the oven.
Set oven timer for 5 hours. Keep warm. Alexa, ask Whirlpool to preheat the oven to 350.
So life doesn't revolve around your range. Everyday care. Whirlpool.
Welcome back, Bradley Central. As the vaccines are being administered, some countries got there quicker than others. One of those countries that got the short end of the stick was Africa. This caused a long line of debating from around the world. Whether or not it was unfair, in the end, Africa was given a fund that would cover 270 million vaccines.
Brazil is undergoing their second wave of COVID-19, and they're feeling the effects from it. In the bigger cities, the hospitals are filling up and they're running low on oxygen. The rates of people getting infected are skyrocketing more and more every day. The Brazilian government expects this wave to go into the list of country's tragedies.
The Serum Institute of India's facilities in Pune, the world's largest vaccine producer, became engulfed in flames on Thursday afternoon. The company has announced that the vaccine production will not be affected. 4 people were rescued, however 5 have died. As firefighters put out the fire, another one emerged. The second fire was extinguished at 4:15 in the afternoon.
Nationwide, teenagers haven't been meeting the recommendations for fruit and vegetable intake. Nationally, high school boys saw a higher share meeting the recommended fruit intake at 9.7% higher than schoolgirls at 4.7%. Young people tend to fall behind in recommended fruit and vegetable intake. The reasons behind this vary, such as healthier options and more unaffordable, or just don't like to eat them.
We are online at YouTube at BCHS VOX News.
You can check us out on Facebook or, of course, at voxnews.net.
Remind your friends and family to tune in.
You just can't get enough of Vox.
That's all we have for you today, Bradley Central.
And as always,
God bless and go Bears.